All right, good morning everyone. Out at the next job, and it's a cold one. It's down in the low 30s. Cold for me anyway. I know it's not for some of you, but anyway, here's our next project. Is right here. This used to be about, I think he said it used to be about a 2.5 acre lake, something like that. It's pretty good size. I mean, it goes all the way, not this section here, but you can see beyond that there's another section, probably 150 yards, maybe 200 yards to the next tree line there. So this is probably pushing about 3 or 4 acres, probably 3 acres. Our goal on this job is to go through here, clean all these out. Dang, that hurt. Dang, sticker bush, briar bush. Is to get all these trees off this dam. That dam goes way that way. Years ago, the past owner had a guy come in, as you can see, cut the dam to drain the water. He cut it here. There's another cut right there. Cut it and drained all the water out, because he didn't want horses in here, because they were picking up some sort of bacteria from supposedly goose poop. Don't know, I'm not a veterinarian. That's supposedly what the deal was. So anyway, you can see all these willow trees. That's the indication where the water was at. And I mean, it goes, like I said, it goes way back over there. So anyway, we're going to pull all these trees off at this dam, throw them over here. I've got to get in. I'm going to have to end up by bringing the D6 as well, but I'm going to strip all that. It is still appears to be relatively dry right now, because we've been in this drought. So my hope is I can get the D6 in here, strip all this weeds and sod off of here, and then I want to take and start pushing that dirt back up on this dam to widen this dam out all the way down through here. It will take and it will make that pond deep over here again, but I want to take and do this because we've got to get all this filled in here so he can drive across it, because when it rains and it's a really wet year, he can't even drive through here because this is just a swamp. So anyway, this is going to be our drive going through here. So we got a lot of work to get this sucker lined out. So anyway, I'm going to go back. I do have a young man coming to do some welding for me. Yeah, when I unloaded the 210 off of the trailer, I heard something bang, and one of the braces that holds the ramp on was barely welded, and when I crawled off of there, it pulled that bracket off of the trailer. So the young man's going to come out and he's going to do some welding for me. I'm also going to have him weld some rebar on the ramps to maybe keep me from wanting to slide off the trailer again. So anyway, that is the plan. Yet this morning, he's due here any time, so I'm kind of dragging my feet a little bit, hoping he'll show up before I get off down in here and get too deep. So, well, he knows how to get a hold of me. So anyway, we're going to venture off down in here and start moving some trees. All right, while we're waiting on him to get here, let's mosey on down. And well, I think what I'll actually do is start right over here and get this cleaned up and get it, try to get it piled up, moved, I guess. Hello, I'm kind of, these newer machines, I'm kind of in a quandary. They say not to, with these DPFs, they say not to let them, do not let them idle a bunch. And these cold winter times, man, I like for things to warm up before I hop in them and just gag on them and kick them wide open. But that's me, so what do you do? I mean, do you go ahead and just hop in when they're cold, fire them up? Book says wait 5 minutes, but everybody I talked to said, no, you don't want any idle time. You don't want any idle time with these DPS because they'll plug up and they're not getting enough heat in them. So, what do you do? The book says 5 minutes, so I actually went a little bit longer, but I guess the DPF is cheaper than a new engine, I guess, or hydraulic pump, or I guess so. In actuality, I guess. I'll just let her sit there and heat up a little bit before I maybe the loader back. I don't know. It's kind of, in my old age, sure it's nice to sit in the heat, but that old D6 will move some dirt. Well, there's Cody. Even though we've got some rain, it's still hard.
You gotta record yourself?
No, I'm gonna record you.
Why? Is that the clip though?
Yeah. Yep. This it looked like they had it tacked right there on the top. I don't see any other welds on that at all. See, look at this one. See the difference? This is welded here. It's got passes underneath.
Yeah.
I think they just mocked that up and forgot to weld it.
Huh.
When they put them ramps on there is what I think.
So that just folds down and that goes up underneath?
Yeah. I can help you get it tacked. Watch that spring. Right now, that spring's gonna come out of there. Yeah, let's see if we
can lift it up and slide that spring underneath.
Yeah, lift it up and we'll see if we can get that spring to go underneath. There you go. See if it'll go down now without. But anyway, need to. I can bring the machine over here, but anyway, need to grind on that.
Yeah.
Get it smoothed up, and then let's see what I mean. I want to get that. See. It's probably going to go right in about there. See what I mean? It comes out to, it was about flush right there.
I see it. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then go in and re-weld it. It's like I said, it was never welded on the bottom.
Okay.
It was never welded on, probably on that side, but it's never been welded other than tacked right there.
I'll just raise it up all the way and chain it back so I can grind that piece down. So the spring doesn't come out.
Let's see, I don't know if I've got any blocks in the pickup. And then, it'll sit there.
Okay.
And then while you're here, I may have you.
Okay.
See this rebar?
Yeah.
I've got some more shorter pieces in the back of the truck. They can lay them across here and weld them. Don't go outside the edges, but weld them across these angle iron pieces.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you could tack them here and then raise the ramp up and get 2 or 3 good passes on either sides. But do that, because I've got, like I said, I've got some more pieces in there. Do that on both ramps. Do that on both ramps. This ramp's fine. Like I said, it's welded up, it's good, but do the same thing on here. Just go across these. Honestly, probably wouldn't have to do this one.
Just these 3 for
Just
sure.
these 3, yeah, because the time I get up here, I'm pretty well getting up here to this one. So just these 3.
Is it like slide off a lot?
I slid it off on its side.
Oh, really?
I didn't tip it over, but it went off the side of the trailer the other day. And I knew that was going to happen. I dented it come down and dented this, creased this in the middle. And that may have been, me going off sideways, may have been what started this coming apart.
Yeah.
Because it came off this side. So anyway, and if you think you can heat that, get a pipe wrench or anything in there that you can,
I don't.
that you can twist that with. Something like that, or even a wrench.
Yeah,
something that'll even go over that.
Heavy enough wrench there.
I don't know if it'll go over or not, but if not, I don't think
I had some pliers in here.
I don't think I've got anything in my truck that's big enough. Everything's in my dump truck, but anyway,
I got actually.
Yeah, that'll work. But anyway, I figured might as well do that while you're here. That way you can get a little extra cash, and I can keep the machines moving, not have to worry about this. So yeah. Anyway, nice do, buddy. I like that.
Yeah.
Ladies run your fingers through that or what?
No.
Huh?
Nope.
I bet they do. Anyway, we'll get Cody going here, and I'm gonna get back to some tree pulling. All right, we are about to get the dam cleaned off. The battery I have in here in the camera now is the last one. Earlier when I was talking to Cody and had that thing setting out, that was a fully charged battery, and within 10 minutes of setting out in the cold, it just depleted it. And so anyway, this is my last battery, and so when I leave to go get the D6 here in a little bit, I'm going to plug it in and see if I can't get one charged up by the time I get back. But anyway, as you can see, we have just about got the dam completely stripped. I'm going to take, when I get this dam completely done, I'm going to hop down off of the dam and go through here and grab the trees and stuff that are here and toss them further out. When I get the D6 here, I'll pile them. Because it would just take too long with the excavator to grab a bunch and then go out there and then grab a bunch and go out there. So well, I say that I may end up by trying to get them piled out here someplace, but if that's the case, I'll take them, break them up, and stack them real high. So little Cody's still up there welding, so hopefully everything's okay. So I seen him moving earlier, so I don't guess anything's fell on him yet. Those little ramps are heavy. I just hate for those to fall on him. And I'm telling you, almost every one of these bigger elm trees and stuff like that have broke off. The little ones are coming out okay for the most part, but more silt and stuff that's in there. And, I mean, that's all we've really got that we can push up here. I'm just going to have to make it really wide. So I may, in fact, he wanted to keep some of those willows and stuff out there for habitat because I want to put some fish back in here. But I, in fact, may have to go in and scrape quite a bit of that off to get enough dirt to come up here to redo this dam, because this dam is in bad shape. So, and my old body, when it comes time to get on that D6 and this temperature, that's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. I have 2 machines with cabs and 2 machines without. And I'm afraid it would be okay to use 953, but I'm just afraid that it would just take longer, because I'm going to have to, I'm really going to have to put some dirt on this dam, so I'm really going to have to totally rebuild it, basically. Maybe one of these days I'll build to give me a D6 with maybe an R or a T or something with a cab on it. One of these days, I'm just going to have to get another trailer at some point. I mean, that's a good trailer that I have, but it's just, we'll see, and he gets those. Rebar welded on them ramps. We'll see how it does, but it'd be so nice to have a short ground line trailer. I don't want anything long, because the majority of my work is farmer related. So when I'm having to get in the fields, narrow gates, off county roads that are narrow, and I don't need a stretched out rig that I can't get around in. That's what's so nice about that cab over, that its maneuverability. tax on it, probably pushing 100 and, I'd say almost 200 bucks. It 175 bucks, I think he said, for the gate. That was the wife. We got dinner plans, reservations tonight. Several of the family. So I was just